In this video, we are going to talk about what a real picture postcard is for this Antique Monday. Personally, one of my favorite things to collect. A real photo postcard, or RPPC, are one of the most overlooked and underpriced antique items you'll ever come across. Most people don't really appreciate them because they're paper and they're a postcard. So when you're out in the wild looking, you will always come across real picture postcards. I'm not going to say it's going to be great or amazing, but you'll come across them. I'd say out of every 1,000 real picture postcards, you'll come across one that's an absolute amazing picture. A real picture postcard is a real photograph that was pre-made to be on a mailing card. Sometimes you'll even come across these mailing cards completely blank, with postcard written on the back, like this example of the back I'm showing you. But in this case, you flip it over, there is a picture. I can assure you that I don't have a picture of every stamp box of every real picture postcard they made, but I can tell you the brands that were out there. To start off is your most common. This is the Azu company, made by Kodak, and your most common example is going to have four corners with triangles in the stamp box, and it's going to say Azu. This was used from around 1904 to 1918. Our second company is the Cyco company, C-Y-K-O. And this was manufactured by the Anson Company in New York City. They were used from about 1904 to 1920, and the stamp box would always say Cyco in a fancy cursive box letter. More common in smaller town studios with a little bit different of a photo paper. Our next brand is Velox, another Kodak brand that predates some Azu stock, mainly used from about 1901 to 1914, and very similar to the Azu company, this has, and they'll normally have diamonds or triangles in the stamp box, and they often feel a little bit more matte or dull compared to the other brands. The next brand we're looking at is Artura. This is a lesser known brand, but still has a fair good quality to it. Normally from smaller towns, from 1908 to about 1924, and they normally have a sharper, clear detail from a semi-professional photographer. And if you look at your stamp box and it says Artura, you'll know that this was oftenly used by semi-professional photographers. And take a closer look and look for a small town name. It's normally going to have one. The next brand is pretty decently common as well. This is the Defender Photo Supply Company in New York. They were used from about 1910 to the 1920s. The stamp box will say Defender, or sometimes just a very nice fancy font. Known for their very fine images and a very good photo stock paper. Light Defender paper has a silver tone finish to it, and be careful with that. Sometimes those silver finishes can deteriorate the photo. I'm not sure what the exact terminology behind that is, but be careful when you're out looking at photos, and they are very silvery gray and kind of hard to look at certain angles. Before we get off track, we have two more left. Our next company is Cruxo, a popular brand from about 1907 to the 1920s. The stamp box would say Cruxo, K-R-U-X-O, and sometimes would just have an X with a cross design. And they were known for their sepia tone images. Our next one is NOCO. This is a North Dakota postcard company. It mainly operated from 1907 to about 1920s, and most of the NOCO postcards were in the Midwest of the United States. Last but not least is the Aristo Postcard Company, mostly used from around 1910-ish. The postcard box will say Aristo, often in small, tight font. Known for their very nice photographs with good, formal poses, mostly for photography booths, and would be accompanied with a town, a less frequently found postcard. And here are a few tips while you're looking and picking through postcards. Flip the back over and always check the stamp box if it looks like a good one. And if you think it's a good postcard, please take a magnifying glass. There will be no tiny print dots in the postcard if it's real. Real picture postcards do not have these jet blotted images. This is in fact a reproduction. And if you're interested in any of the postcards that are in the making of this video, they are most certainly in our eBay store. Link is in the description. I thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.